Jimmy and Bryan being in this top 3. I mean, you're talking about players like Mono and Kaba not being the DRA, not being there. He didn't make the top 16 in the first place.
Wow.
I mean, we're talking about a scene that has a ton of talent. Several players who have made the Capcom Cup, including a couple of those who I just mentioned, who aren't in this position.
Yeah.
So that's not a sign of weakness in the scene. That is a sign of the opposite. As strong as all those players are, nevertheless, Bryan is in this situation. So I think he's got to feel pretty good about this, even though historically it's been tough for him.
Yeah, and then on the opposite end of momentum, we have LuiMan, right, who was up 2-0 over Jimmy in that winners finals and then fell down 3 games straight. So he's got to bounce back, of course. We saw that he is well within his means to do so in that last game where he was able to bounce back with his back to the corner and force a final round. So he seems composed in situations like this, of course. We'll see if Bryan can kind of bring his brand of Guile to this Dhalsim matchup. I mean, that's what's going to be interesting to me is how exactly they play each other, right? Because LuiMan, has he played against the Guile in this tournament so far?
Not that I can recall,
Right? He didn't play Bryan or Kaba,
No.
so it's going to be his first exposure to the matchup in this environment. Of course, I'm sure he's played it quite a bit.
Sure.
But we'll see. We'll see. I tend to favor Dhalsim a little bit.
Yes.
But
I do agree with that. I think that Dhalsim does well in the match. He can get under and over booms well.
Yeah.
Obviously, he has got great pressure, too. Yeah, he can nullify booms. He's got a couple of different ways to do that. Right, on reaction, you're sliding.
showed both of them right there, right? Yoga stasis floating under, slide going under.
Yeah, it's tough movement for Guile. That said, I mean, I don't think it's a big blow up. I certainly think that Guile is, again, versatile enough, stable enough that he can still make it happen.
Absolutely. So you're doing a good job already, especially, yeah, if you can have these clutch moments where you're blocking the V or so punishing with your O and then stealing turns back like that. Very nice, but speaking of stealing turns, LuiMan escapes.
Dude did regular teleport. Minus, it's not even minus. You can't even say that. There's no block stun. You're just there forever.
Yeah, and it takes his time setting his leg down on the regular teleport.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Okay, cooking him up.
Bryan's
in trouble.
Using the EX Fireball to blow through that projectile as well. Now you can't take any hit. The Gray Life preventing him.
Yeah, every boom that he throws is a bit of a risk.
LuiMan. Oh, the backdash and a one more snipe. Just reloaded real quick. Bolt action.
I mean, you got to think that for Bryan, at least he did get the corner. He had to take some risks. There were some flash kicks in there that were risks, but he did get the corner, and so that's a sign that maybe he can do it again.
Exactly, and he's been doing a pretty good job of controlling the space. LuiMan just had these clutch moments of escape, and there's another one, however, not for free this time. Man, great patience from LuiMan, staying in the air and kind of moving back and forth, baiting him into a jump in and getting outside of the range of hitting it.
Yeah, look at how tricky he's being. It's just as you get. Oh, it's a chance for a juggle. No. Bryan, no, again, he's going to get the corner. Here he is.
Dragon. Oh, but yes, of course, the slide to the V-Trigger 1, always so potent. Not sure what he reversed with right there, but if it was like a regular flash kick or what, it got stuffed, though.
Okay. He's going to hope for chip. It's not going to work out. Is that going to work out? It did? Oh, my God.
That was sick. Okay. Bryan nullifying the CA with his own. Yeah, unfortunately, he's still in a rough spot. Had to be forced to approach one way or another, and LuiMan ready for the jump.
I guess if you're LuiMan, that's actually fine. Right?
Yeah.
That trade right there, like
Yeah.
you would rather kill, but if it means that your opponent doesn't have super and thereby their comeback potential is way nerfed, I guess that's also fine.
Yeah, right. It was one of those situations where it was like, I'm taking a resource either way. Whether it's your health or your meter, I'm getting it. And that was a great job from LuiMan. Just recognizing that, pretty much presenting a checkmate scenario, surrendered the CA, and from there, there's no EX Sonic Boom to hopefully get a knockdown and blow through a projectile. He risked the jump in, maybe hoping to catch a big ground committed button from Dhalsim, but just wasn't there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And other than that, great navigation by LuiMan, again, above and below. Booms, looking good on that front. Now, again, I think that Bryan can at least take some solace that he's shown that he can get the corner.
Yes.
He did that in both rounds.
That's huge.
And so if you can get there, although for Guile, maybe it's not as fast as for some characters, you're still just a few decisions away from getting a stun, from getting the round. So, look, if you're there, you can get there again. Didn't quite go how he needed once he was there, but he's only a few decisions away ever from getting that once he is there.
Yeah. So, and the first time that LuiMan escaped, that was like a highway robbery, too. Like,
Yes.
he just risked the teleport, and it worked out. The second time, he actually, like, knocked him down first, got the teleport out that way. Still ended up eating an EX flash kick, but we do see Brian, or excuse me.
Brian.
That was Brian.
Yeah,
it is
Brian,
Brian.
yeah, Brian with the Boxer.
Go
Yeah,
with the Balrog.
so I mentioned earlier that LuiMan thought that the Boxer might be the pick. Forgot to mention that at the beginning of this segment here, but that was something we talked about earlier on. So he just lost to Jimmy's Boxer.
Yes.
The Boxer pick, you can see the strength. This is actually V-Skill 2, Trigger 2, as opposed to 1-1 by Jimmy, so quite a different style.
Indeed. I want to see how it plans out. Of course, I can see the merits of the V-Skill 2 in this matchup for sure. Ooh, getting the armor on the rush punch, not having to charge it, definitely get a way to close the distance very quick. Oh, and the command grab coming out nice and early. One more again. Yeah, he definitely was looking for it. That would have been stun and the game, but instead,
it's still coming.
Yeah, Ben Brian.
Oh, this is so sick. It's still coming. Oh, that was cool, actually.
I got a little bit of a punish.
Forbidden combo, please. Oh, that would have been tough. That would have been tough.
Yeah, I couldn't quite get it. Dissipates a little bit. Just reversal crouch fierce. Ended up catching him, but couldn't get a big combo off with the elbow. The air-to-air elbow. Well done from Brian.
Huge change, obviously, in characters and the effect taking the round.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's what he's going to be looking for every time he gets out of that stand fierce range of Dhalsim, is that V-Skill power-up. Plus frames. All right, that's what Brian wants in the corner. Has a meter as well. He wants to bust out. Not going to happen just yet. Nice job.
Super important to see the jab in that situation to prevent LuiMan from getting started there as well.
Oh, nice interrupt.
Trying to steal maybe too much. However, the trigger is ready to go.
Yeah, oh man, this is so good from LuiMan. Like, recognizing when he's getting out of that range and just sliding in a stand medium punch to stop the V-Skill power-up. Very smart. Oh, coming back down. Nice blocks. Actually, he was just already in front, so it was just chipping him out once the cross-up happened. Oh,
yeah, coming in there immediately, but it's still going to be there.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe overhead low. It's been low every time in this top 8. The thing is that going low in that situation is less risky.
Yeah.
If you do the jump back jab and it's blocked, and versus Boxer, you're in big trouble.
Yeah, it's just that Dhalsim so often do the jump back jab, right? That's why the stand low is working out more.
Ah.
I like that, the V break to avoid everything. Rush punch, but yeah, he didn't have the V skill behind it, so no plus frames.
Right, LuiMan in here now. There's the call that we saw earlier. This time it does work.
Yes, sir. And this time, LuiMan closing in on a 2-0. Brian doesn't even have his V-trigger available either.
Yeah.
Finally gets it now.
And again!
The angles, untying the shoes real quick. Yeah, there's so many instances where you would be used to Dhalsim's going with that quick jump back jab, but instead, going with that stand fierce low has caught people off guard time and time again, whether it's them guessing the high, whether it's them flinching at the timing of it. It has proved so successful for LuiMan.
Absolutely. Yeah, and he looked really strong. We still see some strength out of Brian's Boxer, but the way that LuiMan was able to play much more, again, in there as much as he could be, just did not want to be in that half-screen range where it can be so problematic.
I do like him going directly back into the match. Like, I like Brian's brand of Boxer here. It didn't work out last round, but with this V-Skill V-Trigger 2, I think it could definitely do damage.
Sure. Yeah, again, it's not like the first time these guys have played. They're both coming in with what they think is going to be the best choice. Look at this tricky fella. Come on.
Oh, he
even still got another one?
I'm surprised. I thought the fireball was going to be past him. Still forced to block. LuiMan just running rough shot all over this round. Oh, look at this. Just weathering the storm right there. Not pressing any buttons into Brian's nonsense.
He really wanted the knockdown, and yeah,
So
whether you have armor or not doesn't matter there. It's just going to be instantly the round for LuiMan.
Yeah, but LuiMan 1 round away from getting his grand finals run back up against Jimmy, just harassing, not letting him approach whatsoever. The drills, I love him keeping it offensive now.
Very good backdash to play with his spacing, and yeah, LuiMan is right back in. The little tax of stand like it. It's all Dhalsim gets at the max range, but it adds up over time.
Ooh. Punch counter, Brian finally finding his way in. LuiMan, oh, got caught flinching finally. Oh, no. Wow, still had to block the fireball afterwards.
Very nice, very nice.
The recognition on the drill hitting a little bit too high right there, so
Yeah.
Bryan able to take his turn.
Yeah, he's definitely still in this thing. God, look at all these different angles, different options that LuiMan's giving.
I like this from Bryan. When he gets a knockdown, he does need to prioritize that V skill 2 load up.
Yes.
Like, because he has not been able to get it off in neutral. LuiMan's just been shutting it down.
Oh. LuiMan, the offense is happening. Okay. You don't get immediate pressure, and LuiMan knows he's still in.
Still very much in control of this. Bryan-D trying to find his way out. There we go. Right through the Guile. Some good damage with that buffed V skill. And now we got the V-trigger command grab.
Still needs a couple of reads.
It's going to be close to stun. Oh, not even close. Sends him bird watching and puts himself on the board. 2-1.
Wow. Well, there you see the utility of that loadout, the 2-2 for Boxer. One of the strengths of this character, and he's got a lot of them this season.
Yeah.
He's a good one.
Yeah.
Is that he has viable V-skill 1 and 2, viable V-trigger 1 and 2. It's not something every character in the game gets to say.
Yeah. And, you know, with that V-trigger 2, obviously he can go into it from that target combo that we just saw. But the fact that he has so many good options from that target combo range, whether it be the crouch strong, a rush punch, a stand fierce, whatever you want to name, it really threatens the opponent into blocking in those scenarios. And that opens up the walk-up command grab.
Okay. I guess he had been doing a lot of drills at that range. Bryan just can't not find the right time to press the button. He's trying to get away. LuiMan says, no, the chase is on.
Oh, yeah, and he was trying to punish that drill, but just a little bit too early. Oh, and then blows that up with a low, but unfortunately for LuiMan, still gets knocked down. The trigger 2 is still here. He tried to catch him flinching with it.
All the way corner. Here's Bryan. And close to stun.
Oh,
he wanted stun. If that had been, I mean, it would have been genius. It didn't end up working out. I like the idea. He was a pixel away from the stun. And yet, LuiMan, now again at match point.
Exactly right. That damage is well worth sacrificing if you got the stun. It was so close. Oh, that's a big way for LuiMan to start this round as well. But the EX rush punch, with the V-skill behind it, that's a lot of damage. We have the corner as well. Teleports out, doesn't let him do it for free. He wanted the walk-up back throw, but LuiMan not going to give that to him. Shutting down the rush punch, catches him in the ankles as well on the drill. Oh, the teleporter in front dodges the screw upper and gives him the punish.
Oh, he's in big trouble here. Oh, look at this from LuiMan over at low. Grab, and that's going to do it. And there's LuiMan taking it 3-1 and qualifying into the grand finals where he will get a run back against the other Boxer player in this top 8.
And I love the jab into back medium kick right there because in that scenario, I feel like what Bryan was expecting was another high-low guess.
Sure.
Like I think that's why he tried to press something right there. I think he tried to catch the startup of Stand Fierce because he had been going low so many times, or even catch the jump back startup of the jump back punch, but instead he just went with a frame trap. Great stuff from LuiMan again, just toying with his opponent mentally and then doing so spectacularly. So he'll be in grand finals up against Jimmy. We see him take down one Boxer, but this is the Boxer he failed to take down before. This was super good right here. Yeah, dissipating the super.
Yeah.
Again, LuiMan, you can see just chilling. He knows. He knows at that point he was still very much at advantage.
I think the Boxer has a lot of strengths here for Bryan, and I think if you're going to play a couple of different characters, I definitely understand having Guile and Boxer as your two go-tos. That's a good matchup spread that you can cover, but as you see, God, look how close it was to stun.
So, legitimately a pixel away.
Even in that jump back medium kick after that, that was still going to be canceled into the trigger again.
Yes.
So here you go. Yeah, the call, as soon as he had this set out, here we go. We see the, the classic little trap that Dhalsim has on the ground. That would have been plus on block with back medium kick anyway. And here we go.